Hello, Dr. Howard Dennis, your certified high performance coach. Today we're going to go over the charge sessions. Charge session number 4, which is congruence. So grab that journal, and if you can, let's work on our lives and be proactive about our performance. All right? So this is all about being in progress mode, Genesis mode, creation mode. We want to be on the front side of the wave, not in reaction mode with life. All right? Congruence, our discussion today, is about having, or to me, congruence equals alignment and integrity with your beliefs and your values. And I like that word alignment because also you may know, you may not know, I'm a Gonstead chiropractor. All right? It's a technique that we do in chiropractic. It's a specific biomechanically accurate way to look at the spine and adjust what we call subluxations, and that's when you're out of alignment. All right, but we're talking about alignment, both head and body and soul, and being congruent with that. And so remember, as a certified high performance coach, it's all about consistently this year exceeding above standard norms in everything we touch and do, all right? While maintaining positive relationships and positive health. Because if we gain the world and we lose our soul and we have a wreck of a life, it's not worth it. And I know a lot of people have been very successful financially, and their home life gets ruined and their health gets ruined. And this is not what this is about. It's about a very holistic approach. That's why I believe certified high performance coaching works so well with me. And when I coach clients, that's been my whole life for 30 years. So our goals are to discover how you engage your drive for congruence and direct you in your most useful areas to apply it. All right? So we got a few questions we want to go through, and then we'll end this and go forward in a great way. But how much do you agree with this statement? I read this a few weeks ago, and I'm going to read it again. Don't get stuck on the words. But congruence. All right? I am living in alignment with my values and who I want to be as a person. I treat others the way I hope to treat people. I'm honest and trustworthy. I feel I'm living in integrity with what I believe and tell people. So how well do you agree with that statement on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 totally, 1 very little. And why is that? All right? And can you give me, or yourself, an example of where you exhibited your best self and you made a great decision you're proud of recently? Can you give me an example of where you exhibited your best self or made a great decision here recently? And what values were you living into when that happened? Write that down. Write those down. And how did that make you feel? All right? And if you had to teach someone how to live with more congruence and integrity in their lives, excuse me, sorry about that, in their lives, what major pieces or advice would you give them? And write those down, what you would teach them and give them, those major pieces of advice. And now on a scale of 1 to 10, how congruent are you being with that advice? All right? I remember hearing this, I'll probably mess it up, but I think it's a great story that this grandmother brought her grandson to Gandhi, I think it was, or maybe it was Mandela, I think it was Gandhi, but she wanted him to tell her grandson to quit drinking Coca-Colas. And he said, come back in a month and I'll tell him. And of course she was like, why? And so she went off and she came back and she came back and he said, young man, quit drinking Cokes. All right? And he quit. All right? And she's like, how'd you do it? And he said that he first had to quit drinking Cokes before he could tell him that. And I say that because many of you may be running a successful dentist practice or chiropractic practice or medical practice. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom or dad. You're trying to influence your children. But if we're not living the advice we're giving, and we're not living the part, we become very ineffective. And I know we all know that, but we need to hear that. All right? I know my biggest practice booster is when I'm taking care of my mental, emotional, and physical side. And guess what? Then my practice expands. But when I'm out in the disarray, I can feel it with my son, my wife, my patients, my team. So when we're taking care of ourselves, we are more effective. Makes sense. And so maybe there's some things in your life you need to change. Maybe you need to think about this more and go through this. And that's why I've created the 5-step clarity blueprint for you to get clear on this, of who the best self you are. Not me, you. All right? And all it takes is you to go down to the featured link, click it, tell us where you want to send this 5-step clarity blueprint. It's free, no excuses, and you can make this year different. Get out of stall mode. And let's make this first quarter of 2026 the best we can. If you don't want to go to the featured links, feel free to text us at 423-460-9757 and text clarity, and we'll send you that free 5-step clarity blueprint. And this is Dr. Howard Dennis. Let's go out there and live our best lives that we can live and have great lives this year. Thank you.